Imagine this. Right now, without thinking about it, you're taking a breath. And inside your chest, a biological miracle is happening. Within seconds, oxygen from the air travels through an astonishing network of microscopic structures, enters your bloodstream, reaches trillions of cells, and powers every thought, every heartbeat, every movement you make. But here's the shocking part. If this process stopped for just a few minutes, your brain would begin to die. Yet most people have absolutely no idea how this life-saving system works. Your lungs perform one of the most sophisticated chemical exchanges in nature every second of your life. Today, we're going on an incredible journey inside the human body to discover how oxygen enters your lungs, how carbon dioxide leaves, and why this invisible process is keeping you alive right now. And trust me, what you'll discover inside your chest is far more amazing than any machine humans have ever built. Before we begin, tell us in the comments, what country are you watching from? And if you enjoy fascinating science videos that reveal the hidden wonders of the human body, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, take a deep breath, because we're about to shrink down to microscopic size and enter one of the most extraordinary systems ever created. Let's start with a simple question. Why do we even need oxygen? The answer lies inside every cell of your body. Your body contains approximately 37 trillion cells. Every single one of those cells needs energy. Just like a car needs gasoline, your cells need fuel too. The food you eat contains stored chemical energy, but that energy cannot be fully released without oxygen. Inside your cells are tiny structures called mitochondria. Scientists often call them the power plants of the cell. These microscopic powerhouses use oxygen to convert food into ADP. ADP is the body's energy currency. Without ADP, your muscles couldn't move. Your heart couldn't beat. Your brain couldn't think. Your organs couldn't function. Everything would shut down. In fact, your brain is especially hungry for oxygen. Although it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of all the oxygen you breathe. That's why lack of oxygen quickly causes dizziness, confusion, and unconsciousness. Your body constantly needs fresh oxygen. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day of your life. But how does oxygen get from the air around you into your bloodstream? That's where the incredible design of your respiratory system comes in. Let's follow a single oxygen molecule. Its journey starts when you inhale. Air enters through your nose or mouth. Your nose does much more than simply let air in. Inside are tiny hairs called cilia. These hairs trap dust, pollen, bacteria, and other unwanted particles. Your nose also warms cold air and adds moisture. By the time air reaches your lungs, it has been cleaned, warmed, and humidified. Next, the air moves through the pharynx, then the larynx, often called the voice box, then into the trachea, also known as the windpipe. The trachea is reinforced by rings of cartilage. These rings prevent it from collapsing when you breathe. As the air travels deeper, the trachea divides into two main branches called bronchi. One branch enters each lung. Think of it like a tree trunk splitting into large branches. But the branching doesn't stop there. The bronchi divide again, and again, and again, eventually becoming thousands of smaller tubes called bronchioles. If all the airways inside your lungs were stretched out and placed end to end, they would extend for thousands of miles. An astonishing transportation network hidden inside your chest. And at the end of this network lies the true miracle of gas exchange. The alveoli. The alveoli are tiny air sacs. They are so small that hundreds could fit on the head of a pin. Yet they perform one of the most important functions in the human body. The average person has around 480 million alveoli. Together, these microscopic sacs create an enormous surface area. If spread flat, the surface area of your alveoli would cover nearly an entire tennis court. Why so much surface area? Because oxygen needs space to enter your blood, and carbon dioxide needs space to leave it. Each alveolus is surrounded by tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These capillaries are incredibly thin, in many places only 1 cell thick. The walls of the alveoli are also extremely thin. This creates a microscopic barrier between air and blood. And this is where the magic happens. Not magic in the supernatural sense, but the astonishing magic of biology. Inside the alveoli, oxygen concentration is high. Inside the blood arriving from the body, oxygen concentration is low. Nature follows a simple rule. Substances move from areas of higher concentration to lower concentration. This process is called diffusion, and it powers life itself. As oxygen-rich air fills the alveoli, oxygen molecules begin moving across the thin membrane. They pass through the alveolar wall, then through the capillary wall, and finally enter the bloodstream. At exactly the same time, something equally important happens. Carbon dioxide moves in the opposite direction. Your cells constantly produce carbon dioxide as waste. Too much carbon dioxide is dangerous. It can make your blood acidic, so your body must remove it continuously. Blood arriving at the lungs contains high levels of carbon dioxide. The alveoli contain much less. Following the same diffusion principle, carbon dioxide leaves the blood and enters the alveoli. When you exhale, that carbon dioxide is expelled from your body. Every breath is a trade. Oxygen comes in. Carbon dioxide goes out. This exchange happens billions of times every day, without pause, without rest. For your entire life? Quick question. Did you know your lungs contain nearly 500 million alveoli? Let us know in the comments. And if you're learning something new, hit the like button. It helps more people discover these amazing facts about the human body. Now, let's continue deeper into the bloodstream. Because oxygen's journey is only halfway complete, once oxygen enters the blood, another challenge begins. How can oxygen travel throughout the body efficiently? The answer is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein found inside red blood cells. Think of hemoglobin as a fleet of oxygen delivery trucks. Each red blood cell contains around 270 million hemoglobin molecules, and each hemoglobin molecule can carry 4 oxygen molecules. The average human body contains approximately 25 trillion red blood cells. Together, they create one of the largest transportation systems on Earth. As blood passes through the lungs, hemoglobin grabs oxygen. The oxygen-loaded blood then travels to the heart. The heart pumps it throughout the body, from your brain, to your muscles, to your skin, to every organ and tissue. Wherever cells need oxygen, hemoglobin delivers it, then picks up carbon dioxide for the return trip. An endless cycle, a perfectly coordinated transportation network, operating every second of your life. Have you ever wondered why you keep breathing while asleep? The answer lies inside your brain. A region called the brainstem constantly monitors your blood. Special sensors measure carbon dioxide levels. Interestingly, your body is more sensitive to carbon dioxide than oxygen. When carbon dioxide rises, the brain immediately responds. It sends signals to breathing muscles, especially the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a large dome-shaped muscle beneath the lungs. When it contracts, it moves downward. This expands the chest cavity. Air rushes into the lungs. When it relaxes, air moves out. This process happens automatically. You don't need to think about it. In fact, the average person takes around 20,000 breaths every day, most of them without conscious awareness. Your brain and lungs work together continuously, a silent partnership that sustains life. Gas exchange is incredibly efficient, but it can be disrupted. Smoking damages alveoli, reducing the available surface area for oxygen exchange. Diseases like pneumonia fill alveoli with fluid, making diffusion more difficult. Asthma narrows airways, restricting airflow. Conditions like emphysema destroy alveolar walls, reducing oxygen absorption. Even being at high altitudes affects gas exchange, because the air contains less oxygen pressure. This is why climbers often struggle to breathe on tall mountains. When oxygen delivery decreases, every organ suffers, especially the brain and heart, which is why healthy lungs are absolutely essential for survival at this very moment. As you're watching this video, millions of alveoli inside your lungs are working tirelessly. Oxygen is crossing microscopic membranes. Hemoglobin is transporting life-giving molecules. Carbon dioxide is leaving your body. And trillions of cells are generating the energy that keeps you alive, all without you even noticing. Your lungs are far more than balloons that fill with air. They are one of the most sophisticated gas exchange systems ever known. A biological masterpiece operating every second of every day. The next time you take a breath, remember what is really happening inside your body. Because every breath is a miracle of engineering, chemistry, and life itself. If you enjoyed this journey through the lungs, subscribe for more fascinating science documentaries. Like the video, share it with a friend, and tell us in the comments. What fact amazed you the most today? And until next time, keep exploring the incredible universe inside your own body.